Welcome back. Welcome back. You are listening to Whissel Wednesdays here on AM 1170. The Answer. My name is Kyle Whissel, your host with Whissel Realty, joined as always by Mr. Jason Hall, future triathlete, unless he makes up more excuses like he did last time.
Really?
With team home loans.
Dude, you guys knew I was not ready.
He won't be allowed.
Joe did it with 1 week of preparation. Why couldn't you?
Here's the deal. Maybe not my first one, but the second one, I'm beating both of you. So just so you guys know, the challenge is out there. I'm not going to call it on the first one because I've never done it. You guys have both at least done one. You've done multiple, Kyle. But I'm a pretty good athlete, as you know. And this is not a full, like, Ironman, right? The fact that it's a sprint, have you seen me run, Kyle?
Yeah, but not more than a mile. You cry every time you break a mile.
I do. I do cry at the mile. Okay, I do. It is difficult. You know,
we got to have tissues at the mile one marker just for Jason.
If it's level, I think I can beat you guys. Now, if you guys, put me on some hill, I'm in trouble. All right. So warn you guys now. But that's one thing. But your boy Jared thinks I'm the guy with excuses. And even yesterday, he's like, "Oh, leave it to Mr. Hall to show up on a scooter. He already has an excuse why he's not going to win the weight challenge." And I go, "Jared, I'm not only going to win the weight challenge, I'm going to kill you." And he's like, "Well, that's because I bailed out of the challenge now because I have 19 excuses. Let me tell you my 19. And then I go, "Well, I have 20, but I'm still going to beat you. And I'm not bailing out, Jared." So, Jared, that's on you, brother.
I love it.
I love the competitivity. Then it's so competitive in this
group. It's the right guys.
I love it.
He wants me to fly to Vegas. On the way here, he's texting me. He goes, "Jason, we need a third for this poker tournament, and they allow you to exchange. So you guys, we could buy in for $1,000, and you can go 2 hours, Kyle, and then Joe, you can go 2 hours, and then I can go 2 hours, and the winner gets the bracelet and like $100,000." And he's like, "Dude, we need somebody. Can you fly in tonight?" I'm like, "Yeah, let me just run it by my wife, my staff, and my agents, like Kyle and Joe. Like, do you guys mind if I leave right now for, the Vegas for the week?"
I love it. I love it. So, Joe Corbisiero, you moved to downtown not too long ago.
Yes.
How do you like living downtown?
Fantastic, man. I love it.
What do you like about it down there?
It feels a lot like being back home. It's a city. It's a big city. You can walk everywhere.
So what part of home? We know you're from Italy.
Well, I lived in different cities in Europe. I was in London. I lived in Rome and Naples. And
so when you say it feels like home, what does that mean?
In a big city, it feels like it's more of a people know my name. It's funny. I've been there for 3 months. I already go around. "Hey, Joe, what's going on? Do you want a shot? Or do you want a coffee?"
I'm surprised everybody knows you. You're like me. We talk to everybody. Joe and I, we don't walk anywhere and not talk. And it drives Kyle crazy when he works out with us or runs with us because Joe and I meet 100 people on our 3-minute walk. Right,
I'm going to the runs in the morning. It's fun, I go over there on the Seaport Village on the port in the harbor, and people say, it's like, "Hey, good morning. Hey, good morning." Somebody's right next to me. "How's it going?" And it seems like people are a little different downtown. They're a little more open to have a conversation, to mingle. You know what I mean?
All right.
Living in North County was more of a different. I gotta say, it's totally different. People are different. Okay. I didn't realize it until now. I was always like, well, people in San Diego are a little bit standoffish or whatnot. That's not true. People in downtown.
And what you mean by that is, here's what I think you mean by that. Most people in the suburban area, they hit the garage opener, the garage opens, they pull their car in, they hit the garage out. They don't know the neighbor on the left, the neighbor on the right, the neighbor across the street, and they don't care. And then they go to bed, they wake up, they hit the garage door, they pull back out, and they go.
They're very polite. Don't get me wrong. That's
right, but they really don't socialize.
Not that much.
You and I appreciate socialization.
No, the thing is, coming.
Did I mess that word up probably?
From Rome.
You messed so many up.
In Rome, we all literally you meet 20, 30, 40 people per day, and you just have a chat. And then they see you the day after, and you continue that chat. You go to the bar, you have a quick coffee. Whoop. Do you remember that? Whoop. And you just have a quick chat, and you leave. So how was your day and whatnot? And this is happening again here downtown San Diego. So I'm so blessed. I'm so happy. And, the spot where I live there at the Mark, it's amazing, Kyle. I love it.
I love it. So I know that you're being an Italian. We've got a Little Italy in San Diego.
Yep.
What do you think about Little Italy? Is it deserving of the name?
Yes. I got to say yes. And, we're going to start doing a few interviews down there. The first ones is going to be Na Pizza, which is an amazing little spot in Little Italy. Na Pizza makes this sliced pizzas.
So you guys gonna do something like we do with Santee Saturdays?
Correct.
You guys do?
We're gonna be doing the same thing down there in Little Italy. So this is gonna be super exciting.
Are you getting a percentage of all this stuff now? No, you just
Brian
working.
is super
but
happy.
Brian gets a job, right, Kyle? Brian gets a job, and he's learning from some of the best team. And I know he's thought about being a real estate agent, but sometimes when he sees the negative side, he's like, I don't think I want to be a real estate agent. But then when he sees the commission check, like I remember your first commission check, he then goes, wow, I think I might want to be in real estate.
Right? It's crazy.
So, I've been hanging out a lot down there in Little Italy, and it does deserve the name. It's smaller than other Little Italy's in New York and San Francisco and whatnot, but people really warm. Most of them, they're from Sicily, which I relate to. I'm from the southern Italy, Naples, so we speak kind of the same dialect, which is kind of funny. So, and it's interesting because by my nose, they recognize that I'm Italian. So there's no doubts about it.
I'm true Italian. Just look here.
I'm serious. I walk with my suit, my big nose right there. I just walk by, say Italiano, vero? I'm like, yeah, of course. So we start the conversation. Yeah, and it's super cool. I'm loving it. A lot of things going on in Little Italy. As you know, on June the 18th, I believe they started the Cinema
July
Little Italy.
18th? Or no, it started on June 18th.
June 18th, it started. So this Saturday, July 9th, there is a new movie coming up. It's called Song in Napoli, which is basically I'm from Naples. Perfect. So I'm going to go watch. I'm going to take my mom.
Giuseppe taking mom, huh?
Yeah.
How do I say mom in Italy? I know madre in Espanol, or
Mama.
Mr. Hall calls it bilingual.
Hispanic. Bilingual, yeah.
It's mama.
Mama.
So that's going on. And of course, the fresh market on Saturdays from 8 a.m. going on in Little Italy. Super interesting. As far as the real estate side of it in Little Italy, I really love it, Kylie. You know what's interesting about everybody thinks about, it's so expensive living down there. That is not true.
Right.
I mean, look, I've seen some condos, 325, 350 grand.
It's actually one of the most affordable pockets in downtown.
Right. That's awesome. Think about it. You can have an entry-level condo for 325 to 350. You pretty much, there's nothing like that. The median price, we are in the mid-fives in San Diego County. So
now, are these newer condos, or these ones been around a while?
Well, that's a mix. I mean, there's a few.
Mix?
Yeah, I mean, there's studios,
so
nothing big. Absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
500-600 square feet, 400 square feet. I mean, that's that's where they start at. Of course, if you go higher and you got a little more view, you spend more money. But the median sales over there, you're about 480,000, 489, so which is not bad at all. Think about it.
No, that's for everything that you've got right there. I mean, you've got the Embarcaderos right there. Yeah. You've got all the parks. Everything is right there.
Well, Kyle, I know we had a client on the radio about 6 months ago that doesn't even have a car anymore. So he gave up his car insurance, gave up his car payment, the car maintenance, the oil change, the gas, and he literally lives downtown, probably close to where you live. And he does everything down there. And then when he came here, he just Ubered over here. Cost him like, I don't know, $10 to get here, $10 to get back, and so much cheaper than, dealing with the traffic in the car. And he just, he has his restaurants. He's got his little stores. He's got his Starbucks or his little, Italiano coffee shop. And, he takes care of that. So that is a good way for those who can live like that.
So it's, it's been pretty steady, the market down there too. We've been in the last, I want to say year, it's between 12 to 15 sales per month, which is good. I mean, it means people are moving there. It's been steady. It's a great investment for somebody that wants either buy or use it as a rental. Obviously, the rents are pretty high down there. Doing the calculation, I came up with the fact that actually buying in Little Italy is cheaper than renting.
Right, because the rents downtown, I mean, you can't touch a one-bedroom under $2,000 now, it seems like.
2 to 22, actually.
Yeah, minimum.
Yeah. So you can actually buy something, with $385,000 to $400,000, depending on down payment. You go about $1,800 a month, over $2,000. So depending on how much you put down.
I love it. Do you have any favorite buildings in Little Italy?
Not yet. I'm still discovering around. I'm talking to people that live there because I really want to cater to my clients that wanted to move to Little Italy. So pretty soon I'll be giving more information.
Building by building.
Exactly.
Breakdown.
I want to really, really dive into it.
So why don't we buy a building? Why don't we buy something we can convert or build a lot, the three of us?
In downtown?
No, in Little Italy, which I know
that
is downtown.
Jason.
But I want to be specific.
$200 million?
We've got Giuseppe here taking care of Mama this weekend. It would be very nice for us to do something. And, if you're listening, those are type of things that Kyle has done. He's helped build, develop, sell, flip, He sells thousands of homes. You guys sold over 400 last year. You're on pace to sell like 400 this year. The number one agent team recently released for 2015 per the Wall Street Journal. Congratulations yet again, back-to-back years, Kyle.
Thank
and
you,
Joe.
sir.
That's the reason I know Joe it was real easy when Joe was deciding where I want to go hang my license. Do I keep it with Jason Hall at the RE/MAX office, which is a buddy who hasn't been born and raised here in San Diego like this, Mr. Hall, as I told him. Or do I go find a great team? And that's where he found you guys, right, Joe?
Yes,
I love
absolutely.
it. We're going to head to a break real quick, but when we get back, Joe, I want to talk about why somebody should be buying this summer, why they should not wait. Again, you're listening to Whissel Wednesdays here on AM 1170, The Answer.